footage from the film already. We're trying to find some people that would be interested in producing a series of I Know That Voice. And so we're trying to figure out what we can do if who's interested. And right now we're just fielding some offers and we're seeing what's happening. But what's great is that I have
I'll do it.
You'll do it? You'll produce it? Well, then that's a wrap. It's on, man. I'm still in the red from the movie, so I don't know if you want to do that. But, it's up. There you go. Take all my money. That's it. Perfect. Little fry line for everybody. Thank you very much. Kid show business right here, everybody. No, but we'll see what happens. Anything can happen in show business, and it's certainly shown itself to be of interest to a certain lot of folks. So hopefully we'll keep our fingers crossed and we'll see, but we'll keep you posted via the website and via Facebook and via me on Twitter. Follow me. I'm at John DiMaggio on Twitter, and I'll be posting stuff about it. But I'm so very lucky because my friends are here. My friends, my colleagues, my peers who appeared in the film, who were great in the movie, and they've agreed to be on the panel with me to talk about I Know That Voice and to just be, talk about whatever you guys want to talk about.
I got to interject one thing, John. I'm sorry to cut you off. You guys, have you guys all seen the movie?
Thank you very much.
Okay, well, you know what's fantastic is that you guys all know John as being like a great voice actor and a really funny dude. But you know what he did? He spearheaded that entire thing to give you guys and everybody else a look behind the curtain at the goofy shit that we do for a living every day. And
Goofy stuff.
yeah, both of those things. And what's so cool about it is that literally he made it his passion project to bring this to everybody. And we were all so happy to be part of it. We really loved it. You guys liked it too. So thank you for supporting it.
Yeah. It is, to be sure, a very important part of the whole puzzle. Johnny ponied up the dough and did it on his own.
It was his thing.
That he literally did put his money where his mouth is, and it's the fact that he was able to get that done on his dime. It took a long time, and he was able to wrangle all those people. It is a absolute labor of love that is producing the kind of results that I think everybody expected, but nobody had the guts to do it, and Johnny did it.
Because before that movie, everybody thought we recorded in a loony bin where we all live, but it's not true. It's a legitimate profession. It's not true.
It's a remarkable thing, to be sure. Thank you for having us.
Yeah, man.
Well, no, you guys are my people, yo.
Oh yeah, bro.
And me kind of coming back home, I'm from Jersey. I don't know about you guys. There you go. All right. I smell you. It's all right. I know that smell. It's that old Jeff Ross joke. Jeff Ross, driving down the turnpike with his friends, and they're like, "Oh my God, what is that? Toxic waste? Sewage?" And I'm like, "Cookies." Chocolate chip cookies. No, that's all right. No, I love it. It's my hometown. It's where I started out, so it's great to be back, and I appreciate you guys coming out. So,
Hell yeah.
no, but I mean, this is really funny. You know what? This is like the old match game. He put it in her blank.
I went with crawl.
J.P. Morgan. I love it.
I wanted to be Brett Summers so bad.
Oh, Brett Summers, come on now. Now, let me ask you guys something. From what have you gotten from the fans about this particular documentary that you participated in? What have you gotten from the fans, from people that you see at cons? What kind of a reaction have they given you?
Chlamydia.
I always get gonorrhea myself. No, you know what's nice?
Chlamydia.
For me, it's nice because on the street now, people don't just think I'm in Whitesnake. They saw the movie and they're like, "Oh my God, I recognize you," and I think I got to start singing here I go again. And they go, no, I know that voice. I said, oh my God, thank you so much. And everybody that I meet, not only in cons, but on the street and at the drugstore and at the gas station. Because you know what's really great is we're lucky to have, like, honestly guys, it's one of the coolest jobs in the entire world. Because you get to hang out with people you like and get paid for the same stuff you got you kicked out of school in 7th grade.
And seriously though, the cool thing is, I was a fan of the movie to see it.
Yeah.
But the great thing about this job, and I think I speak for all of us, but I mean, I was like fans of theirs. And now I'm big enough where I don't even have to look at them anymore.
It's true. It's true.
The point is, the point is, it's so cool because I was so excited to see this. I didn't get to see it till the premiere. There's no stream, and to watch the stories, and to genuinely be fans of the people you get to work with is really cool. And it's because for me growing up, it was no money, right? It was one guy. You always wondered how they did it, and then I watched Animaniacs. I was like, this is great. But to see how it happens, and I get that from the fans because they're talking about how it's so cool to see behind the curtain. I'm like, I know, right? Because I'm in the behind the curtain, but I don't ever look.
Yeah, and the fans do specifically say, I mean, I don't even know how many I Know That Voice posters I've signed over the years.
Me too.
They're all bootlegs.
But people do, like
Dear
Nolan
eBay.
North, they like to see behind the curtain. But the number of times that we've all been working together and we would say, this is the show.
Yeah.
And the studio, that's the show. When you're in a room with these guys and Tress and Maurice, Billy West, Welker, all these people are so supremely gifted and very, very kind. But we do mess around all the time, and that's the nature of what we're paid for. But John's commitment and look at what happens back there is exactly what we've all been saying for years, going, this is the show. And so when people come up to me, they are often very inspired. They are, quite often, they're actors or artists or people who say, oh my God, I watched the people, all of whom I've grown up listening, some like Sweet Jude Foray, other folks, Gary Owens and folks who passed away. But you're talking about a huge chunk of popular culture.
Yeah.
And so the glimpse that Johnny has given to people, many of whom, as I said, were artists, it also serves as a very inspirational film for people who said, I didn't really know about how this works.
Yeah.
What's cool?
I'm sorry, Robbie, I didn't mean to interrupt you. One of my favorite observations I ever got at a con, John, I never told you this either, it was pretty funny, because somebody came up, they said, I know that voice, I loved it. I said, it's great. They said, yeah, because my only exposure to what really happens in voiceover before that was Mrs. Doubtfire. Where Robin Williams was doing the voices with the picture and coming up with it. I'm like, dude, if we had to do that, I would have shot myself 15 years ago. way too much work. So this was literally like the second look, and it was the accurate look at what happens in voiceover. So again, kudos to DiMaggio.
Thanks.
There's not a lot of guys. Everyone likes each other, but everyone loves John.
Oh, totally.
And you were just like, you're gonna rally around him and do stuff. When John calls, you're like, yeah,
sure.
Johnny's always had the best weed in LA. He's
Whoops.
You know what though? There's another thing that the movie did, and this is true. There's another thing the movie did.
It got everybody pregnant. That's for real. That movie got everybody pregnant.
Yeah.
You watch that movie, that's for real.
The
You get
best
pregnant.
racing word. But seriously, this guy.
No, you can't do it.
Yeah. That's amazing. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah.
He channels Barry White.
What happened?
I'm just gonna give you up, Johnny.
You have to understand, seriously, this is what happens. And they're like, okay, guys, let's focus. We're going back to we're going 18 through 32, rolling on to it, and they're like, hold on. And then it's just, we're talking about Maurice LaMarche. You know they say I laughed so hard I fell out of a chair?
Yeah.
I laughed so hard I fell out of a chair. Doing Robot and Monster, and Maurice Lamar did something, and...
Tell them what he did, it was this.
Well, he does this thing, he always, there's usually this divider between us, and it's like a piece of glass. So you can see it, and I hear it. And I look right, he just goes... That's just what he said, he just goes... He didn't have to say anything, and then he just do that, and then he had this character, gotta sound like this, and I had to do his one line. He goes, yeah, this guy's made of money! And the way he did it, I can't, it doesn't work here. And I looked at him, and he just went...
And meanwhile, in my life, I actually live 2 doors down from William Shatner.
He does.
He thinks I'm Gene Simmons.
No, that's actually a true story. William Shatner thinks that Jess Harnell is Gene Simmons from Kiss. This is all true. He stops him at the door.
My favorite conversation that I ever had with him, and I know you guys have heard this before, but if you haven't, it's kind of funny.
Great.
But he asked my neighbor who I was, because I think he thought, how is this guy on my street, right? And the only explanation he could come up with was that I would be a Kiss. Because he goes, now, he's a Kiss, isn't he? My neighbor goes, yeah, and he goes, I knew it, right? Because my neighbor was just messing with me. So a few days later, I'm standing in front of my house, and I go to the mailbox to get the mail, and I hear this car pull up behind me, and the window goes down, and I hear this voice, and he goes, oh, G. Now, I don't turn around because it is my name, so I'm not used to answering G. So I go through, G. And I turn around and Shatner, he's in a Land Rover. And I go, oh, that's right, this is, by the way, this is 18 years ago. 18 years ago. And it's still going. And I got 50 of these stories, but this is really good. So I'm standing there and I go, oh God, that's right, Rich told him I'm a kid. So I walk over to him and I go, hey man, what's going on? He goes, oh, he goes, I'm Bill. And I go, yeah, I know you're Bill. And he goes, so you enjoying your house? And I said, yeah man, I love my house. Now my house is really weird, it looks like a spaceship, it's a really cool house. And this was the only point in the conversation where he turned into Captain Kirk, because usually, he doesn't really talk like Captain Kirk, but once in a while it comes out, and he goes, it's an unusual home. And I go, yeah, man, that's why I bought it. It's unusual. He goes, dude, I swear to you, Robbie, you know, this is word for word, man, because I've been telling this story for 18 years, and it's exactly the same every time. He goes, Gene, he goes, there's something I've been done to us. And I go, okay, what do you got? And he goes, word for word. He goes, when you go out on the concert tour, there must be brawls. Brawls like crazy. The only other person that said that was Dean Martin. And I go, brawls like crazy. 62, okay? 61. It's like 61. So he goes, there must be brawls like crazy. And I go, yeah, no, man, there's a lot of girls, man. Now, at that point, he just stared at me. Like, he was like 2 feet from me. And he just stared me in the eye and didn't speak for like 10 seconds, which is really disturbing. That's what and it just goes on, and I'm saying, I'm waiting for him to do something. After like 10 seconds, he goes, God, that's hot. And I go, it's hot. He goes, oh, okay, gotta go. And he took off. And I know he wanted to just get home while it was fresh in his mind so he could think about it for a while. This is my life. We should have put that true.
See, why do you think I have the best weed? Because I get to listen to these stories. I'm over on the right, like.
Hey, you know what? This is. Yes, he does have a house like a spaceship. And about 2-3 years ago, we were all rehearsing for an Animaniacs
live
concert show with the Colorado Symphony. And so we're going over to Randy Rogel, who wrote most of that music.
Yep.
On our way to, and I get a phone call.
This is true.
You know, my phone, it says Jess Harnell. I was probably saying it's going to be a little late. So Jesse says, Robbie, it's Jess. I said, yeah, buddy. He goes, yeah, I'll be a little late. I said, no problem. He goes, I'm stuck in an elevator. I said, oh, in my house. The elevator in his house is wrong.
Yeah, I did. I was in there. But there were a couple strippers there, so they called the guy and he came.
Only Jess.
It's a dumb waiter. It's not an elevator. You shouldn't have been in there. That's the laundry chute.
The dumb waiter.
It's in the dumb waiter.
Oh Oh, that's it.
Yes.
It's designed for plates. I really.
Somebody bring up the chicken!
Mama like to eat chicken in bed.
What she did.
I tell you what, I think that what I can see is there is a microphone right over there.
We got Q&A.
If you'd like to ask a question, please get up and kindly go over there. Don't run, don't go crazy, don't knock people over. I'm not paying for that. So, I think we got maybe go to the end of the aisle. I think we're good. I think we're good.
Ask anybody anything you want. We're here to help.
And say your name and where you're from and let's get started.
Let's do it, Johnny.
Anybody got a, who's on excluded, let's start over here.
You guys all have to leave. No, okay. Uh-oh, is it working? Speaking to it, boy! Speaking to it!
Then just yell, dude.
Come on, there's got to be an AV nerd in here somewhere, man. There it is. There you go. All right.
I'm coming to you with this one. That's just the second time.
Speak clearly.
Now, hold on. Don't say anything. Hold on, please. Please stand by. That's what we say. We say, please stand by. I'll be over here if you guys need me.
Hey guys, my name is Garrett from Long Island. Hey Garrett. I just had a question for you regarding kind of the difference between doing voices for television and movies, because a lot of A-list talent tends to get a role in kind of big budget animated features. In recent years, do you feel anything has changed to where more, television voice talent is getting into feature films? Because I know feature films also open up opportunities for video games and toys and stuff like that, but I would really love to see more actual voice actors in bigger feature films.
Oh, that's very kind. Thank you. I don't do that many features. Jesse does. I think all you guys have done a lot of like Pixar and Disney stuff. We're done all my work is television.
That's how I won the house.
I mean, and more recently we've done a lot of stuff. In terms of the lead characters, they're pretty much always celebrity talent, but that's just the nature of Hollywood. I mean, I'm not going to change it, and it's very gratifying to hear you say, the kind of words about the sort of journeyman who do that kind of work. But I think I think part of the solution for that is exactly what John is doing, which is if you are not a celebrity, that is, if you're not like you got on a TV show. If you get a guy like DiMaggio or any of these guys here who are super talented, if you could raise your own level and your own profile, then Hollywood will say, oh, he's famous and he happens to do good work, and that's just the nature of celebrity. It's just the way it is. If a producer says he's got $500,000 to pay Brad Pitt to be the talking chicken, it's his money. I get that. I'll come out and get really bad out of shape about it, but it's not going to change. There's a cachet that is attached to celebrity, which is undeniable, and it's just the way showbiz works.
And a lot of times sometimes it's just the producers, like, oh, my daughter loves Miley Cyrus.
Absolutely.
She gets to be Miley.
Sure.
Nobody cares. It's like, no, it's her. I'm just saying it's.
I'm against her. Sure.
But they also, you hope that if you put a big name in your movie, that when he goes on Kimmel, you'll happen to mention it, and it's like free publicity. It's just the way it is. Because I mean, last one I did you guys do it too? It was the SpongeBob movie.
That was a porno.
But they knew it. Well, that's just 8 months.
No, you know what's cool though? The quick last word that I'll give you on it is what Robbie said is totally true. They want to get celebrities because they want to get pictures with them to hang on their walls and put them on Kimmel, like Nolan said. But they'll have people like us come in when it's over and go, can you do like 16 voices that have 2 lines each and make them sound really funny and just do all the, and we're like, yeah, totally, dude.
Well, and can I just I have an absolute case in point in my own career. I did Jimmy Neutron was a movie first.
Woo! Yeah.
It made $100 million, got nominated for an Oscar the first year they had Oscars. Okay. And then I did a movie a couple years after that called The Ant Bully that had half a dozen Oscars. Nick Cage, Meryl Streep, Julia Roberts, Alan Cumming, Paul Giamatti. Boom, right on double.
Yep.
And so one does not necessarily guarantee the other. It's still about story, it's still about relationships, it's still about performance. But I'm telling you, and Johnny has a pretty vital on-camera career, or had for a while. If you get to a place where you become more well-known, in terms of your visage, they'll hire you to be in the next Pixar movies. That's how it works.
I tried it.
Yeah, and I said you get anybody pregnant.
Yeah, you will too.
Okay, we gotta shorten our answer.
Yeah, we'll shorten the
Sorry,
answer.
that's right. You guys
You know what, maybe
have
what we should do, you guys, is direct your question to one person each, and then we can knock it out real quick.
Or we'll just.
Thank you.
No, just.
Oh no, how am I supposed to pick?
Don't pick, just ask a question.
Hi, my name is Rue. I'm also from New Jersey.
So am I, actually. That's a bunch of us.
I'm so excited to be in the room with all of you. And if I have to pick one, I'm going to pick Nolan because I'm a huge gamer and I love video games. But really, my question is, have you ever met a role or maybe had difficulty finding a voice for a character where it kind of stopped being the coolest job ever and maybe it was just work and you really didn't enjoy the experience? Like, was there a real challenge?
There's only one that, and I had a great experience, so I've never had a bad experience, but there's one voice that I won't audition with anymore. It was, I did the, my wife was so proud, I was a Viking beaver. It was a Nickelodeon show called Breadwinners.
Oh,
And he taught me this the whole time. Hey, little Jesus, everybody kind of yell, even if you couldn't understand what he's saying.
And then they said, oh, and he needs to sing.
Like, what?
But he had to sing like war. It was like, and then the guys were like, can you do it again just a little louder? I'm like, you walk out of the session, no.
Yeah.
I always say by the end of those sessions, this is the only voice I can do. You ready?
Oh my God, I'm in a lot of trouble now.
Hey, Jimbo. Come on, Jimbo, we gotta get these kids some flags.
Thank you.
Thank you, yeah,
I probably binge watched this documentary more times than probably anybody in this room. It was so amazing. My name is Michael. I'm a New Yorker / New Jerseyan boy. I'm going to bring Batman into this. It's a 2-part question. First part's from Nolan. You were also the Penguin in the Batman Arkham series. There's so many actors who come before you. Now we have Robin Taylor in Gotham. We have Dan DeVito, and then Burgess Meredith, the first live-action Penguin. So, what did you take from those actors who come before you in the role of Penguin versus when you try to make your own for the games?
I don't really take anything from them because that's there. Troy Baker was actually really cool one time. He said, we don't own these roles. We have them for a limited time, whatever. I mean, he was my Raphael for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I got to do it in a movie, and now Sean Astin went on to do it.
Yeah.
And so you don't really own it, but you put your own stamp on it.
Yeah.
And I would credit less to me than more to the Rocksteady crew who said, look, here's what he looks like. He's eating a cigar and everything. And cigar, I mean, the guy kind of looks like this. Now, if he's from Jersey, he's selling you something that would be one thing. But then you gotta go, and then you put that guy Tyson on there. And you generally rely on it more, you put a little more smell in your throat. So it was just kind of, he's heavy. I'm sure everybody, we just sort of work with the group. What about this? Yeah, it's like clay. It's like vocal clay.
Yeah.
Can you take a little bit of that out, add a little of this? So I just kind of, I look at the picture and I say, this matches picture.
And part 3 for John. Why so serious? Okay.
Hey guys, I want to stick to the animatics guys. Thank you for the geography stuff and the present stuff for helping me as with social science. Earlier, Mr. Paulsen, that it seemed like everyone works in kind of a close-knit community. How much of the principles of improv, when you guys are all recording your session, would you say goes into your performance?
Huge. Improv is, without question, for me, absolutely integral to whatever success I've had. And it was initially something I've done in improv groups and such. And I had the great opportunity to be working with some really marvelous people, one of whom was the late great Phil Hartman, and the great the great thing about guys like Phil and Paul Rubens and Tress McNeil and Lorraine Newman and Cassandra Peterson, John Paragon, they're all not only supremely gifted, but they're also very kind. Phil was no exception, really delightful guy. And I often refer to people like that as terrifyingly inspirational, so that I would try to cultivate, at the same time I'd be going, I could never do that. I said, well, that's not the idea. You have to do your own version of that. I think as Nolan's kind of suggested. And in terms of the work that I've gotten and the ability to keep working and to be able to rise, to play with these guys in the same sandbox, it's been a huge help. And I always encourage actors to take improv classes, irrespective of whether you end up being an actor, to have the ability to speak extemporaneously in front of a group of people, whether it's 10 people at your church or synagogue, or 100 people at a retreat because you work for Apple.
Or if you go to prison and want to make friends.
If you're on the third season of Scared Straight.
Yeah, it's a good thing to be able to talk in prison.
Improv is a big deal. Thank you. The people with whom I work, by and large, are all really solid improv. Oh, yeah.
Hey, dude.
Come up here. Hey, wait. Come over. I got something for you. Here's a little copy of that voice.
All right, wrap it up.
You know what's great?
If I give this to Harry, feel better?
What's great about that copy of the movie is if you leave it on the dashboard and in the summertime, and you can tweak it and turn
It's
it.
real nice. You can turn it into an ashtray.
Thank you, bud.
Or you can sharpen the ends and throw it at squirrel.
Yeah. Hi, Dan.
Hi, how you doing, man? What's your question? What's your name?
Hello, Dr. Dragon. Hello, Dr. Crane. Hello, Michael Werner.
Hello, Mr. What's Fran spelled backwards? What's Fran spelled backwards?
Merger.
Is that in Biggest North? My name is Victor Brumage, and I'm originally from Western Connecticut, but I was born in Nolan North. I was in New Haven, Connecticut.
Yes.
I have a question for you guys, all four of you, possibly. And this one's very important. This is the same question I asked Tara Strong.
Oh.
Jesus. So real. They're real.
She's my favorite. I love her, really. What talent age would you recommend so I can get started with my voiceover career? Because I maybe want to work with you guys. Maybe the week for Animaniacs.
I'm sorry, what?
He said,
What talent agency would you recommend?
What to learn about voiceover?
Wait, what type of what?
Talent agency.
Talent agencies, they don't teach anything.
Yeah,
No, they just take your money, dude. That's all the talent agency does. Is they go, we'll take 10% and you can go to the gig.
Listen, if you want to learn about voiceover, I can paraphrase for everybody here. there's a few great websites. I want to be a voiceactor.com.
I want to be.
Yes.
I want to be a voiceactor.com is great. Robbie has a thing called Talking Tunes.
Yeah,
It's
I saw that.
fantastic. And there's another one called VOBuzzWeekly.com.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, good. So those are some great tools. They're free and they have a wealth of information.
Yeah.
So you should totally. Anybody wants to do voiceover, remember this: the people who become successful, the people who don't have one thing that separates them. The people who became successful did what was necessary to become successful, and they learned about it and they took the steps. So if you're serious about wanting to do voiceover, check out those websites and maybe we will work together, dude. That would be awesome. Oh, maybe give me like $100 because I was nice to you.
How'd you get into voiceover?
Killed the guy.
See, it's different for everybody.
Maybe at the end of the panel, I'd like to get a picture of all four of you guys.
What?
Maybe at the end of the panel.
Are you on speed? What happened, bro?
Hey, by the way, at the end of that, they do something called a disclaimer, and then the guy really got really fast.
Yeah.
You are that guy.
So fast.
You should be the guy who tells everybody the side effects of the CLS. There are none.
Let it go.
It's New York. What are they gonna do?
How long does it take to record one character's voice in an episode or movies?
3 days.
We have a 4-hour session to get everything for a 22-minute episode. Correct? Yeah. And so basically, we'll get everybody in and from 2 to 6 or 9 to 1, and everybody
Have a nice lunch.
Have a nice day. You go nosh in between, of course. You gotta have a sandwich or a salad. It depends on if you're a bread person or not. But basically that's it. And and then depending on the animation, it will take 6 to 9 months to produce and put together, and then you have it.
This is all information that actors don't need to know.
Yep.
Long live that maniacs.
Thanks, buddy. Thank you.
Hi, how you doing? What's your name?
Hey, I'm Andy.
Good to see you, Andy.
New York.
Where are you from?
Here in New York.
All right, well, there you go.
Jess and Rob, I met you guys earlier.
Did you sure did? Good to see you again. Thanks for coming.
John, I met you 2 years ago.
In prison.
I actually was in prison.
No, not you, just
This is for John, actually. So I think we can speak for all of us that everyone here, including myself, are very excited about the I'm a Bad Boy series.
Absolutely.
Because we all love voice actors, like you guys are part of our childhood. It just really, and the characters that you guys play.
We can't believe your parents let us in your house.
If they only knew.
The characters that you guys played, and like it was part of our childhoods, and it just means so much to us. So I just want to ask you, like, how does it feel? It started out as a film, but now it became a series. So how does it feel to be being made into a series?
Well, hopefully, when it all comes together, and we have a bunch of episodes prepared, and once all the ink is dry, that's when I get excited.
Yeah.
Until then, it's just like, okay, we're gearing up interest, we're gearing up people to trying to get excited about it. We want people to hear about it. We want people to give us feedback about it, and that's really the most important thing for us right now. So listen, if the ink is dry and this becomes a series, and if someone picks it up, and that would be just absolutely fantastic. I would be over the moon about it.
So spread the word and get people excited, you guys.
Yeah. Get people excited, get people talking about it, on the internet, because that's where people do all their talking now, on the internet. Chat rooms. People talking, chat rooms.
People chat.
Chat. That's right. Hello.
Thanks so much.
Thank you, buddy. Thank you very much.
Come here, dude. You get one of these.
Yay, my name is Joe, and
Joe.
I love
That's
Jess
better.
Harnell and Rob Paulsen's roles as Animaniacs and a 90s cartoon series called Tasmania.
That's right.
Tasmania.
Yeah, dude, that's it.
Jess sang that song.
I did before even knew Rob.
And Rob did The Platypus Puppet. I did. And also Francis X. Bushfire.
Yes, I did.
That's
So anyways, I have a question about voice acting. What is like, besides getting together to meet you guys, what is one of the big benefits of being a voice actor?
It's the only job in the world where you can play the dad, the kid, and the dog on the same day at the same time and never change your clothes, dude.
And one more thing, I like some orange juice. Blah, 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 yakety schmackety.
That's right, dude.
That was Maurice Lamar.
Nice.
Hi, I'm Adam. I'm from Pennsylvania. This is my
Cool.
No offense to the other two, sorry. I love you as Deadpool from the Deadpool video game.
Oh,
Woo!
And
Great.
Peter Hastings from Pretty Liars.
Oh, yeah, they're two, the same guy. Deadpool is Peter.
So I was wondering, what was it like working on Pretty Liars?
Well, when I was there, it was a lot of fun. It was the best part of it was to do 7 seasons of a show and to watch the 4 main girls just grow and as actresses and people, and they never really got too overinflated with their egos. They really did a great job, putting together a series that doing like a whodunit for 7 seasons. It ain't easy. Just like how many fans are like, who is A? I'm not on the show. I don't know. But the best part for me was that despite my, I don't know, in 7 seasons I probably did 24, 25 episodes, out of 100, I don't know, or maybe more. I was small. But it turns out my role was critical because Peter Hastings slept with everybody in those and including Jerry.
In everybody part here.
By the way,
Peter Hastings got a good one. Yeah.
no, he did. He got all the crazy twins pregnant, the crazy twin pregnancies again, crazy twin babies, and one of them ended up being the murderer. So that's my scheme. Oh, thank you. And there's going to be more from the whole Pretty Little Liar. I think Allie and Mona are doing a series spin-off on it.
Thank you.
Hi, Whitney.
Hi, Whitney.
Hey guys!
Hi.
So, John, do you remember me?
What happened? I'm still thinking about that.
Yeah, that's the reason why your mom said, oh, it's just John.
Alright. I didn't hear anything.
Oh, sorry. Well, here's the reason why I was trying to make a joke and it fell.
No, it's okay. Don't worry about it. No,
He does that all the time.
He doesn't know yet. No, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. What is your question?
What's your question?
Quick one for all of you. D. Bradley Baker and Frank Welker are like the sound machines that you'll never, ever be able to replace. However, as voice actors, there must be one thing that each of you can do that D. Bradley Baker and Frank Welker can do. So what is it?
This is Barry White.
I have said
And Paul Whitten College goes to invite students Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, May 8th, 9th, and 10th for the first fucking thing.
I don't think. Let's say something.
Can't do Barry White.
I don't think Frank and D. Bradley Baker, I don't think they do this. Everybody else on the planet does. I don't think they do.
Yeah.
I don't think Jane Frank and she like Michael McDonald.
Neither of them can sleep with my wife.
As far as you know.
Maybe Frank. I'm a fan.
That's job security right there.
Thanks, Whitney.
Thank you.
Was just going to say, please do another episode of the Futurama podcast. That was fantastic.
Oh, I love to be able to do that. Did you guys hear the Radio-rama?
Yeah.
Woo! Yes, that was a lot of fun. Yeah, I would love to do more of those. Absolutely. Sci-Fi just announced that they're airing Futurama, what, November 11th? Yeah. They're bringing it on the... That's nice. I can't get the cut. But, that's nice. It's okay. But yeah, no, we'd love to listen. When we get the gang back together, it's always a blast, and we always have a good time, and it's always funny, and the writers are always on point, and they never miss a beat. Every time we've gotten back together, it's always just like it was.
So cool that podcast. Oh my God!
It was great. You know, the Radio-rama, like we did it. It was longer than a regular episode, so that was really cool. I'd love to be able to do that. What's your question, my friend?
And I was just wondering if you guys might be willing to improv like a 30-second, just whatever.
This is all been
that's all we've been doing for the past 45 minutes. What's the matter with you?
About 30 seconds.
Come over here and get a seat to eat the Christ. Shut your mouth. Get over here. Shake the hands and come here.
Now, I have a question.
Didn't shake their hand. Shake their hand.
Give me a fist bump.
Get it. Take that DVD back, you son of a bitch.
See, I was going to do fist bumps all down the leg, but now
I got a real question. Speaking of getting the band back together, I'm just curious, is there anybody in here who would like to see new Animaniacs? I'm just wondering.
From your lips to God's checkbook.
That's seriously, can I be on that?
What's your name and where are you from?
Hi, my name is John, and I too am from New Jersey.
Hi.
And actually, this question that I had is mainly for John, because I'm a huge fan of one of the movies that I heard your voice in, which is Princess Mononoke.
Oh, Princess Mononoke.
Oh, yeah.
Gonzo and a couple of those forest creatures.
Yeah.
That's pretty wild.
I remember watching this movie for the very first time in 1999 on the New York Angelica Film Center, and I was so blown away by how beautiful it was, how
Incredible.
it was, and
Miyazaki.
oh yeah, he's one of the best. And
Jack Fletcher.
But I,
Yeah.
And I wanted to know if you've done any other Studio Ghibli movies since Mononoke.
Unfortunately, I have not. But it was such a thrill to be a part of that particular film that my quota is good. You know, I don't have to do two of them. but it was a wonderful experience being able to play a bunch of different stuff in that film. And so I mean, like, you know, from the old village leader to village elder to you know, some of the beasts in the forest to Gonzo, and you know, it was just a blast.
You have good taste in animated features.
Absolutely.
Really.
All you guys have good taste because you're here hanging out with us and we love you guys.
How about you three guys? Have you ever done any of Miyazaki's films?
I was in one called Porco Rosso. Sorry?
Which character did you play in that film?
And this is not, I'm not arrogant, I don't remember. I've been fortunate enough to have enough work that I honestly, it was several years ago, but I was on it for a couple of days, but it was anything with Hayao Miyazaki, I forget.
Well, either way, it's fine. I really do love the work that everybody is putting to making these movies successful, and so I wanted to say thanks again, everyone, for doing a great job.
Thank you. Thank you, John. Thank you. Come on up. You can sell it for $6.
It's all right.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God.
Oh, I love the shirt. Great. And you have the shirt too. And you have the shirt too.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of this show.
Thank you.
It is over, right?
Thank you for doing a great job.
Take care, John.
Hey, what's your name?
Pleasure. Hi, my name is Luke. You must call me Janky. I'm bad at everything. And
Wait, what did I miss?
my name is Luke.
Luke, they call you Janky.
Because my last name has Jane in it, and yeah.
Okay, good.
Why? They call me Jane means bad, yeah.
Okay.
That's just
And you got a shirt.
All right, let's just get past that. What's your question, my friend? What's your question, Luke?
I'm sure you've heard about, you know about this, but Andrea Romano, like voice director, recently retired.
Yes.
And I'm sure you've done like tons of work for her.
Yep.
Do you have any like good memories and like thoughts about like the fun, like this, like fun, like cool things you have to do with her or whatever?
Well, these guys work with her, you know, constantly.
I've known Andrea Romano longer than now that my parents are both gone, the only people whom I've known longer than Andrea Romano are my siblings. Andrea has been a dear friend for 35 years, and she is a remarkably gifted director, as you all know, and she has the unique ability to be able to give actors the same deference and the same room to do what we do, irrespective of our position on the showbiz Hollywood food chain. And that's a cool thing. She makes all of us feel like we're movie stars and really loves actors. She got her start she went to Fredonia College here in New York, up in New York State, and studied performance theater. She wanted to be an actress. And fortunately for us, she became a director. And she is, unfortunately, part of her career was cut short as a result of an issue she has. She's just about blind in her left eye. And that is not something that she was very upfront. As part of who came on my podcast and talked right about it because she wants to show folks that she's soldiering on and she's going to live her life and she wants to be inspirational, which is not surprising at all. Right. She's a lovely woman.
I think, you know, people you walk into a room and say, yeah, give me a hug. Andrea hugs you.
Yeah, she hugs you.
Andrea really hugs you.
Right.
And if she's not, it's not just that, oh, hey, you know, see, let's go and get to work. It's like there's a hug. How are you? Doesn't mean like, how's your career going? It's like, how are you?
Right.
And that's, I know that seems so stupid, but out there, that's a big deal. Out there, it's a big deal.
Oh yeah, no, she's the real deal. Great lady.
And she digs guys named Janky, dude.
They have to have Jane in the name last name.
I wouldn't have been Aquaman or the Joker without her.
Yeah, there you go.
She's one of a kind.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for asking.
Come here, you jerk. Come here. Janky jerky.
Okay, it's
whatever it
Luke
is.
and Janky, and you're wearing a shirt that says Kenny. More faster.
Sorry. Oh, the next one is somebody else.
I'll give it.
All right.
Man.
Thank you, buddy.
Thank you so much.
All right, you're up, dude. What's up?
Hi.
Hi. Well, hi, my name is Grigsby, and I'm from Stamford, Connecticut.
Cool.
And I really want to ask all of you this one question, but if I had to choose, I'll choose John. I was going to ask, if you were traveling on an island with a character you voice acted as before, or star or guest, whatever, who would you want to be on the island with?
Oh dear. You mean
If I was stuck on an island by myself, what character did I play? Would I want to be on the island with? Is that the question that you're asking me? Is that it?
Yeah.
Bender. You gotta ask me why, then, you know, no. Bender. Straight away, Bender. B-N-D-R, Bender.
He's now delivering DVDs. Netflix
advance.
By the way, the whole reason Tom like that eye, and Kate, you know,
Thanks, buddy. Thanks, buddy. Nice talking to you. Thank you.
All right. I think we have 5 minutes left.
Hi.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm Nick and I'm from Queens, New York, and I guess in addition to being a future cartoonist or something like that, I guess I'm also interested in voice acting, yeah, stuff like that. And I'm just wondering, like, where exactly, like, how did you get started? Like, was it like an audition announcement? Like how did you hear the word about your first job? Like,
you know, honestly, the shortest answer, and it's not to truncate this purposely, but go check out iwanttobeavoiceactor.com or my podcast or VO Weekly. Anybody, including all of us, anybody from whom you want to hear about that very question.
In detail.
Yeah, all of that will be, you'll find out how John got started, how Nolan got started, how Billy West got started.
Sean's time in prison, everything.
And the one thing to remember is nobody's path is the same.
No, exactly.
It's just, I mean, and then we can't answer that question because it takes forever.
There's no one right anymore.
That website can answer it in detail. I want to say one of the things too, because I know we're running out of time. You guys, you're aware. There's good news and bad news. The bad news is we're running out of time. The good news is this is Thursday. We are here tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
Saturday, we're here Sunday. We're going to be down there wherever we are signing stuff. And we would love to meet you guys. If there's a question you don't get asked here, come and see us, hang out with us, talk to us down there. We'll see you down there if this doesn't happen, okay? But check out that website, brother. You'll learn a lot.
Got it.
Awesome. All right. Cool. Let's go to the next one.
What's up, dude?
Hi.
Hey, what's up, guys?
How are you?
First, I want to say I appreciate all your work. You guys are legends in the game.
Thank you.
Thank you.
For real, I just really appreciate you guys.
Thank you.
Also,
we appreciate you too.
Thank you.
I
also want to say to Nolan, you're kind of a hero of mine just because.
He's the guy.
You're clearly the guy goes to the gym, not me. Why are you your hero?
My name's Bryce. I'm from Connecticut. So because you're from Connecticut, and I'm looking to do what you all do.
Wow, man. Great.
That
great
is
voice.
just really inspiring.
Cool.
To hear your story and read. I've been on all the sites, did a bunch of research. Good for you. So,
You know, that's a great thing. Research, and I'm gonna jump on. I know the voice actor thing, but improv. If people really like, if you go to an acting class, if you go to an acting class, and you may get somebody who's going to teach you a certain technique, and I'm not big on that, but improv teaches you to be the best you, to think on your feet.
Exactly.
Improv classes are really, really good. So, what's your question?
yeah. So my question is, what advice, and this is for anyone, what advice can you give a new actor starting out, such as myself, looking to get into voice acting on creating a real and booking work?
All right, listen. Be prepared. Yeah, I know. Listen to that.
So big.
Here it goes.
You're going to hear 1,000 no's.
Yeah.
Are you ready to hear 1,000 no's?
Yeah.
Are you ready? Are you ready to hear, like, all right, say just start talking. Just start talking to me. Just start talking to me. Just say whatever.
So, thank you very much. Thank you, that's enough.
Are you ready to have that happen to you 1,000 times and not take it personally?
Yeah.
Because if you're not, forget it.
Yeah.
Walk away.
Yeah.
Right now. Because if you're not ready for that, if you're not ready for somebody to go, no, next, thank you. Nope, nothing, has nothing to do with you.
Yeah.
You have to be able to bring your thing and be able to go, okay, you know what, thanks, cool, now. That's it.
And forget about it.
Forget about it. And forget about it and go to the next audition. Because it's a numbers game.
Yeah, I got a personal stake is my 17-year-old isn't coming at me.
Yeah.
Despite my best efforts. And I told him, and he said, "You think I'll be successful?" And I said, "You already are. You're trying."
Yeah.
The success is the journey. And I know it sounds like I'm something on a T-shirt, but seriously, the success is the journey, not the destination. Because by the way, I still haven't gotten there. My best work is yet to come. I gotta believe, because you always want to be better, and you always want to improve. And he's absolutely right. And I told my son, love to audition. If you get an audition, thank God, you're gonna go perform for people. They may love you, and guess what? That first audition, you're probably not gonna get it. But if you do a good job, you take pride in the audition, you get a call back. Oh, they remember you for the next thing, the next role. By the way, he started 7 months ago. He did a CBS TV pilot, shot a movie, just met for a movie with Christian Bale, just did an episode of Young Sheldon, and fresh off the boat on ABC, and he's going to do something else. And it's just like, and he'll be here this weekend, folks. If you're single, ladies, and you know how to house. I'll tell you, and I don't know if it'll be, I don't know if it's in, I know it's not an I Know That Voice, but Johnny, and I would never tell this story for him, but he told a story that I've seen him tell on another Q&A thing, I think it was in Dallas, but also on my show. Johnny tells, for all his success, utterly well-deserved, Johnny has a story about, talking about getting up off the mat.
Oh yeah.
Johnny has a story about
I did the Great Giraldo pilot, right? Remember Great Giraldo? It was a great comic, passed away a couple years ago. I did his first comic, the first pilot on ABC, and I was the second banana. It was blast. I had the biggest joke and I had the biggest laugh in the pilot. It was awesome. The show got picked up. I'm like, oh my God, the show got picked up. This is gonna be huge. Me and my manager are psyched. Me and my agent are psyched. Yeah. The girl I was engaged to at the time, we were psyched. My mother was psyched. She came over to have dinner with me to celebrate, and I get a phone call from Greg Giraldo, and I'm like, Greg, man, what's up, dude? 16 weeks in LA. And he's like, nobody told you? I went, yeah, exactly. Nobody told me what? Yeah. He said, man, oh God. He said, listen, the network didn't like your character, so they axed it in order to sign the show. And I went, oh.
His mother is there.
We're going out to celebrate. Yeah. I said, all right, listen, I gotta call some people. I gotta go. Thanks for that.
Now you told everybody.
I told everybody I was going to LA for doing this show. No, you're not. Rob.
Really?
Yeah.
But you're still doing it.
So
listen to this stuff.
So that was in June, right? That was because we did the thing in April, and it was like the end of May, beginning of June. I had to go to Hawaii with my then fiance, who I'm no longer with, but she was from Hawaii, and she was going back to Hawaii for her friend's wedding. And I went and hung out with her for a week in Hawaii, and then on the way back, I had a layover in LA. It was 4 hours, and I parlayed it into a week. And I auditioned the whole week. And at the end of the week, I auditioned for a show called Chicago Hope. I don't know if you guys remember the show. And sure enough, I got it. And they only wanted me they said, listen, we want you to come out. We want give you a two episode minimum, and there's no guarantees or anything like that. I said, I'll take it. Absolutely. I ended up doing 11 of them.
There you go, buddy.
And that's what kept me on in Los Angeles. And if I didn't do that, if I didn't get back up on the horse, if I didn't say, well, you know what, screw them.
Yep.
I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to keep going. That's what you do.
That's what you do.
That's what you do. If you have the drive, if you have the talent, if you have the tools,
don't give up. Don't
give up. Don't ever give up. Keep slugging away. I did, and I did okay.
Time is up.
All right, listen, everybody, we thank you so much. The time is up. We're back.